Hi, everyone.
Hey,
I'm Alicia,
and I'm Meredith.
and this is Summer is Fun, a Summer House podcast, season 2, episode 10. We have one more episode left until the
Man,
finale. This is it. We've done it. Who would have
I
thought?
love
Not
these
me.
people so much. I
They're
mean, it is
so
just a
funny.
joy.
They're so funny. Okay, before we get into it, check us out on the A&M Podcast Network. We have this podcast. We have It's About the Pasta Vanderpump Rules podcast, and we have One Season Wonders, the show where Meredith and I watch a show that only has one season and talk about it. Also, once we do Princess of Malibu, I have some background information on
I
that.
can't wait.
Guys, there's a David Foster documentary. It's so bad. I mean, like it's good, but also he's kind of a dick. Okay, anyway, so we'll talk about that on that podcast, but check that out. Please be sure to rate, review, subscribe. We have new ratings that have brought us up a little bit, but no new reviews. What's it? Follow us on Instagram at Vanderpasta. It was Lindsay Hubbard's birthday yesterday, so we shouted her out. Did she
In
DM
our
us,
time,
Meredith?
in our time, not when this is
Oh,
released.
damn it. Damn it, everyone. I forgot that there's a time lapse.
During the summer, it was Lindsay's birthday. I was thinking about that because we just celebrated Lindsay's birthday in the show a little bit ago.
We did. Well,
full circle.
I hate time. Okay, so join our Patreon too, patreon.com/Vanderpasta. Let me tell you what you can get. For $1 a month, you get access to all of our pre-shows where Meredith and I talk about usually other pop culture things, such as other TV shows we watch or famous people.
It's the best.
That's about it. So then you really get to know us because that's all we care about.
It was top notch today.
Also, you get episodes that we record early, including this one. So like if you're listening to this on the Patreon, it was just Lindsay Hubbard's birthday in real time. If you're listening to this when we release it, you missed it. You didn't wish her a happy birthday, and she's pretty good at sliding into people's DMs. So
that sounds sketchy in a fan way.
In a fan way. What? How did it sound?
Anytime people say sliding into DMs, I'm thinking romantic.
Oh, no. Like she'll thank you for the birthday shout out.
Yes.
For $2 a month, you get access to everything I just mentioned. Plus, you get access to our after show that we record when we go back and watch old seasons like this one. So we're going to do an after show and talk about Bravo news and spoilers, so we don't have to do it on this podcast. So if you're watching for the first time, you won't get spoiled. And then we'll say your name on the podcast. So thank you to Chris, Danae, Dustin, Jackie, Casey, Kimberly, Cameron, Tiffany, Tracy, Gina, Jennifer, Kelsey, Mariah, and Sarah.
Woohoo!
Woo-hoo.
What a group!
Welcome. Okay, and then what's next? Oh, $5 a month. That's right. We still have another tier. You get access to everything I just mentioned. Plus, for live shows, you get to give us your thoughts, your questions, your concerns, literally anything you want. And we will legally kind of have to talk about it on this podcast. And if we legally don't want to, there's a lawyer that listens to this podcast. So,
oh my God,
on you. No, but we will answer it and talk about it on the podcast. Also, we'll pick a patron of the week. So it's been a long time. I forgot who I picked, but since we only have 2 episodes left, I'm gonna go with my gut and I'm gonna make it fun. This episode's patron of the episode is Danae.
Woohoo!
I think I did it because I talked about how I had to Google her name and she was really nice about it, and I'm bad at pronouncing names, and that's ironic because everyone pronounces my name wrong. But Danae, it's you again because shout out, whatever. Hey, girl.
This is the benefit of Alicia mispronouncing your name.
Should I write a note and say who I left it off on? Probably. Am I going to do that? Absolutely not.
We like the roulette wheel and figuring out if Alicia remembers where she left off.
It's very fun. Actually, I was just talking to my dad and he was like, a good podcast has a lot of notes and you prepare beforehand. So you and Meredith should really meet before and talk about all the points. And I was like, no, the fun is that we're bad at this. So we just do it. Because
we don't take this so seriously.
No, it's a reality show on Bravo. Please.
And it's us.
Now, if any of these Bravo celebrities ever want to be on our podcast, we would meet up beforehand and talk about questions.
Absolutely. Potentially, we would.
For sure. Okay, so let's talk about this episode. Should we?
Let's do it.
So previously on Summer House, the summer's almost over, but we all had a fun summer. Lauren's done with Carl and hooked up with a polo player. Lindsay hates Everett, dumped his flowers in the trash. She's done with him, but she also finds some polo players to hook up with. Carl had his friend Lindsay come stay, who we will refer to as other Lindsay, as to not get confused. Steven was really sad because he thought Travis didn't want him to go to his birthday party, and Travis is that guy that he's been kind of talking to. But Lauren is about to force him to go because we're gonna have fun. Amanda and Kyle got in a huge fight, with Kyle saying that he's not gonna marry Amanda, which made her even more sad and started crying. So then Kyle went to comfort her, but they kept fighting, and then he yelled at her that summer should be fun. Amanda,
not fun.
I hope that we sound in sync when it's like downloaded, because we sound really in sync here.
Oh, we're not in sync to me, so.
Oh, fuck me.
I don't know.
Okay. So we pick it back up. It's Saturday, 10 p.m. Amanda's crying. He yells at her again. Summer should be fun. Amanda, not fun.
I love it. I mean, mwah, chef's kiss, iconic.
So then it does that thing where, there's 4 squares, and I'm like, oh my God, which one are we going to pick? I hope we don't pick the one with Carl and other Lindsay making out. And that's exactly the one we picked. And I hate it. I don't know why. I just don't like it. So Amanda then walks out to the party. She's still crying, but trying to like hold it together.
God.
Amit has his friend Gabby. They're gonna go out and have some fun. Lauren is forcing Steven to go to Travis's birthday.
I love it.
Kyle
we're resurrecting the night. Like, people need to go out.
Kyle finds other Lindsay and vents to her about Amanda hating him. Which, like, of all people to pick my guy, but okay.
Well, I guess it's actually better than like an actual roommate would not want to sit and listen to this anymore. So yeah, he's found the one person who will stand there.
That's true. I'd be like, I'm busy. I can't do this. So Lindsay, Lauren, and Steven go to Travis's birthday, and then Amit and Gabby are going to Southampton social.
Woohoo.
So then it's 10:57. Kyle's in bed. He didn't make it. He didn't make it out.
He doesn't deserve to go out. If you're fighting with your partner like this, like, figure it out. Don't abandon her.
So then Travis's birthday worked out. Really fun. Steven's happy he's there. Travis is happy he's there. It's great.
I'm happy he's there.
Me
like,
too.
I need more Steven and Travis content here.
This was great. Lauren being a really good friend.
Yes.
We're going to do this.
You just need the push, know?
Agreed. So now it's 11:53. Amanda is in the hot tub, and then Kyle comes outside.
He's wrapped in a towel, like, ready to get in the hot tub, I think.
Yeah, for sure. But Amanda is pissed. They're both hammered. Kyle is trying to talk things out, and Amanda's just sad. And Kyle says he doesn't want to marry her, but he like sees a future with her because they're dating. Well, who's talking about marriage when people are dating? And
I'm sure all Amanda hears is, I don't want to marry you.
Yeah. Oh, that's it.
He's not doing a good job about expressing, like, I can see myself, or like, we are moving towards the marriage sphere, but I don't want to marry you right now. That's not on my mind. But he doesn't know how to say that properly. Yeah,
they're both horrible right now. But Kyle is, because I get Amanda, right? You're dating someone for so long, you're gonna expect marriage. If he knows
you don't want an explicit I'm not gonna marry you, which Kyle did say.
Yeah, straight up. So Amanda's upset that Kyle says these things when Kyle's drunk, he'll say things like, I want to marry you, I want to have children with you. But then other times when he's drunk, he says, I'm not gonna marry you. Which, like, that is confusing. Yeah, so it's bad. So Amanda is only sticking with Kyle because she thought there was a future, and Kyle's like, I'm telling you there's a future, and she's like, no, you're not. You're actually not telling me the opposite.
Yes, you're telling me everything, and I don't want to hear all the things. All I want to hear is, I love you. I see a future with you. Marriage can be in the cards. Let's work towards that.
Exactly. So Amanda then tells Kyle maybe he should stay home next weekend so she can enjoy herself.
I mean, I love it, actually.
Do it. I hope he does it.
I think that's one of the best comments she's ever said to him, because remember that weekend she went and spent it with her friends. Yeah, it's like, Kyle, really, you know what? I need to do that. Let me have the house. How about you go do your own thing?
Yeah, he really missed her. So Steven's home and drunk. Amanda goes to bed. Carl, Amit, Gabby, and other Lindsay are also back. Steven's happy because, Travis did want to see him. He just got in his own head. We're fine. We're fine, Steven.
Oh my God, I love this. He's like, it's great. I just got my head after going to Alabama. You know, like these things happen. And everybody has been here whenever it's this new in a relationship where you read a text and you're like, they hate me.
What does that mean? So then Carl and other Lindsay are getting it. Amit and Gabby are getting it. Kyle and Amanda not getting it.
Nope.
But then Sunday, 2:28 a.m., Carl throws up. Oh. And the funniest part to me was other Lindsay trying to help him. She's like, are you okay? What's happening? What did you eat? What did you I was like, other Lindsay, shut up.
I didn't realize he had food poisoning at first. I thought he was just so hammered.
Yeah, I thought so too. And then at 4:43, Carl throws up again. And that's when he says, it's not the alcohol, it's a questionable muscle he ate.
This sucks. Have you ever had food poisoning?
Yeah.
This is horrible because nobody wants to do this in front of somebody they're interested in even slightly. I don't want to do this even in front of my friends.
No.
But then also you're here, so I need you to help me. Like, I need you to get me water. I need you to do all the things for me. And then I also feel bad for making you do all these things.
Yeah, but here's the other thing is other Lindsay, and I totally get this, was trying to comfort him and like rub his back. When this happens, I want to be fully not near you. I don't want to be touched. I am gross.
Yes.
A little rough.
Like, just leave me alone unless you're going to bring me something. Like, get me bread, crackers, water, and like sit 3 feet away from me.
Yeah, go. I'll go to the bathroom. You stay in the bed.
Yeah, you go put a pillow and blanket in the bathroom for me, and then I'll go over there, and I'm gonna stay in the bathroom the whole night, and you stay in the bedroom.
So we make it to Sunday, 11 a.m. House is starting to rise. This is where Carl apologizes to other Lindsay. But she took care of him, which Carl is impressed. So we'll see what happens.
What is she gonna do? Not take care of him? You kind of have to.
You're put in that situation.
Nobody would be that much of an asshole. If she was gonna be an asshole, I think she would have just left and been, or I guess
I would have slept on the couch.
But nobody in their right mind could ever do that.
I would ask, I would be like, do you want the bed? Like, do you want your space? I'll bring you water, and then like I can sleep on the couch and leave you.
Yes, you would ask if they wanted space.
If she was just like, fuck you. Yeah.
I mean, she has to help him.
Exactly. So Lauren the next morning is talking about how she needs to call her polo player.
Ooh, yes.
Lindsay, she's disappointed that her and the polo player didn't have sex during the party, but we're like, fine, we had a makeout. Kyle hugs Amanda and says he's tired of this. He doesn't know if it's the pressure to have fun or everything building up, but this is the lowest they've ever been. And Amanda's just done right now. She doesn't want to talk it out. Nothing.
I feel like it's too fresh to like talk it out first thing in the morning. Like, can I just have a beat?
Yeah.
And let's have a discussion.
Get some food in me.
But this just is my worst nightmare. Is you have this huge bullet fight, you don't go out and have fun, you still have to sleep in the same bed as this person, and then wake up and they immediately want to talk about it. Like, absolutely not. I'm pissed at you. Can I have some space? I'd rather actually have the food poisoning than be in this situation with Carl or with Amanda and Kyle.
Fully agree. Fully agree. Okay, so Danielle FaceTimes her brother. So he can complain about his job, but Danielle still doesn't have a job, so she's getting a little nervous.
At least you have one.
Savings are going away.
Ugh, the worst.
And then we get a shot of Carl and other Lindsay checking out Carl's sausage fingers, which, boy, do I feel that. I got tons of sausage.
I think I have semi sausage fingers.
Oh, I got some fat sausages.
Depending on how I hold them, I can disguise them as cute little fingers.
I can't. They're these sausage.
Anytime I hold a glass, though, I'm like, why is my claw hand so crazy in photos? Like where you're holding a cocktail, I'm like going after.
You're like trying to break the glass. You're like, look at me. Okay, so Gabby is still here. Good for a meet. Kyle is here in a Phoenix shirt, I might add.
He wore 2 Phoenix shirts this episode. I was shook. I'm like, welcome to the branding. We're finally at the place where like these Bravo celebrities are figuring out that they can promote themselves in other ways on this show.
They're on camera. We're gonna notice it.
I love it.
Okay, he's trying to talk to Amanda, but she is still not having it. She just wants her avocado toast.
I love this because she's not ignoring him, but she clearly doesn't want to talk to him in any capacity. That he's like, "What are you making?" And she's like, "Avocado toast for me." Like, she's like, "I'm not making you anything. Leave me alone. Let me make my food." She's being like short with him.
So funny. And then Lauren and Steven talk about the Kyle and Amanda fight because Amanda texted Steven asking where he was, and he said, Montauk, how about you? And she said, hell. See you when you get home.
I can't.
Hell.
I mean, I want to know at what time that text exchange happened and like what was going on. Was it after the hot tub moment last night that Amanda
I need to
texted
use that? Where are you? Hell. But yeah, it was a drunk fight. It's always about Kyle not wanting to change. And Kyle just keeps sweeping shit under the rug. And then, like those editors do, we go back to Kyle trying to talk to Amanda about how uncharacteristic this is, and he overacted and he's sorry. And Amanda's like, that's great, but we're gonna talk about this later and not sweep shit under the rug.
Yep. Yeah.
So we'll see. So now it's Sunday, 3 p.m. We are leaving the Hamptons. Amanda, Kyle, Carl, and other Lindsay are all in one car together. Let me tell you how awkward that is.
It's silent.
10, full 10.
I'm pretty sure Amanda does not have like the keyboard click on, but I'm pretty sure I can physically hear her typing because it's so silent in that car.
Oh my God. Other Lindsay wanted to jump out. She hates
I will walk home.
So now we're back in New York City. It's Monday. Steven calls his friend Emily while he's waiting to meet Travis for drinks and dinner. We do not see Travis at all, but whatever.
This is still going forward.
Tuesday, Danielle had another second interview, so fingers crossed. Wednesday, grungy gentleman fashion show that Lindsay's working at. But Everett is still calling and texting Lindsay, and she's not going to be dragged down by him anymore.
I'm shocked. I just kind of thought like they would go on a date or something by now, because he's clearly putting in a lot of like surface level, I'll call, effort to like reach out to her and get to her, that I kind of thought she would cave, you know, like I felt like Everett was her kryptonite. I'm
impressed by Lindsay. Super impressed. So Thursday, Carl meets other Lindsay. This is the first time in a long time that Carl has called a girl for a daytime date.
Okay.
And
this is Thursday, right?
Yeah.
And they're drinking on a work day at lunch.
I thought it was maybe like after lunch or after work, early dinner.
Okay, that's true. That's true. It would still be sunny. I don't know why, but in my mind, I was like, it's lunchtime and we're getting ripped. And I want this.
We're getting
I want this back. Like, I want this life back, because the pandemic ruined lunchtime during the workday.
I agree. No one does lunch anymore.
No.
Okay, so Carl's a little nervous, but it's good nervous. I hate their interaction. I do not ship this couple. I do not want anything to do with this couple. It's uncomfortable.
Yes, it feels like fake, like pageant queenie, but not good enough. You know?
I feel
it's like polished fake.
No, and like Lindsay is full into this. She's like,
yes.
Why are you nervous around me? We're besties. We're the best. I love you. And Carl's like, I just asked the girl out on a daytime date. We'll see how this goes. It's very weird for me to watch.
Do you think that Carl is, I'll say, using this relationship on the show to try and better his image? Like, I'm a good guy. Lauren was just a fluke. Like, I'm actually a good guy.
No, I think he's using this to have a girl to sleep with for the summer and maybe a little bit of fall. Okay. Like, have a girl to do stuff with, but he's not going to be. It
truly is about the, like, I'll say, not that this is a relationship, but it truly is about like the girl for him, not about like the show or anything.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to have some fun or whatever. Yeah, and not get.
She's just not that fun though. So
she's not.
Because he's kind of gotten in too deep, and he's getting what he wants.
Yeah,
like he has the girl to hang out with and sleep with. If
not
he wants.
Right. She's not.
She's like a little puppy dog.
Carl is gonna run her over in 2 seconds. Yeah. She is not like the Workuses got run over, and they're not the type to get run over. So This bitch? No way.
Dude, yeah, like late fall, winter, she's gonna be destroyed.
Yeah. So then we talk about how Carl puked for 6 hours, but Lindsay's unfazed because everybody poops.
No,
everybody pees.
I hate people like this.
I hate that Carl was like, "Oh, you're the type to be like everybody poops," and I'm
Here's
like,
the thing:
type.
If he's embarrassed, just let him be embarrassed and be like, "It's okay, I understand."
Yeah,
not
don't
like
be embarrassed. It's not
like everybody throws up. We can all throw up around each other.
Yeah,
it's all rainbows and butterflies. Like throwing up is not fun, even if it's normal.
Yeah, if someone was like, I'm embarrassed, I would be like, it's okay, you don't like need it. I understand why you're embarrassed, but like, no need.
We can just forget about it.
Totally
is what I would say.
Fine. It might happen to me one time, so like we'll just be embarrassed together.
Yes.
She's like, why? Bodily function.
She's like, let's talk about it. Everybody does it. I feel like she draws more attention to it when this happens, they want to just be like, everybody forget about it. We're never going to talk about this again.
Agreed. But Carl even says he's not ready for a relationship, but he likes other Lindsay, so we'll see.
Oh God. Of course he doesn't want a relationship. I get that. But this type of date makes people think, you're going to like have something more. Like as cuffing season comes upon us, we're gonna be together.
It's end of summer, early cuffing season. Okay. This is for winter.
The runway is leading towards a relationship. And he gives all the vibes that he kind of wants to be in a relationship, but just wants to take things slow.
Carl's like an Everett. He wants it his way or the highway. He's gonna hook up with girls, and you can't be mad. You can't be mad at him.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, or even like a Kyle, I'm gonna do what I want, and you can't be mad at me. Why?
They basically want the companionship of whoever's around them, but they want to be able to do whatever they want.
Doesn't want to give back the companionship, like on their terms. Yeah.
Yes.
Speaking of Kyle, also on this lovely Thursday, he ordered takeout and is putting it on a plate to make it look like he cooked dinner for two.
This is a red flag to me. I don't like this. Let's just eat takeout and accept we're eating takeout.
Just tell me we're having takeout. I love takeout. Who am I to say?
I love that Amanda walks in and he's like, dude, I wanted it to look like I made it. And she's like, I might be hungry later. And I'm like, I love that you don't even want this.
Power. Also, Kyle tries to be like, I'm still getting used to not having to let you in. And she's like, that's great.
Yeah. She's like, I'm over this key gesture. I know you thought that this would last for weeks and it would buy you some time.
No.
But like,
where's the ring?
I've already accepted that I have this key and we've moved on. This is nothing special anymore.
So they talk about Saturday night, but Kyle says being in a relationship in the Hamptons is different than being in the city, and he's struggling with the transition, which is bullshit. This made me so damn mad.
I think Kyle believes this is true, but what he doesn't see is that he is a different person in the Hamptons versus New York. So that's why his relationship is different, because he's a totally different person in the Hamptons.
Yeah, I agree. It's like, also, though, Amanda knows who he is. She's just asking him not to get so drunk that he yells horrible things at her.
Yes.
Like, it's a really easy ask.
I don't think he understands what the problem is. And later, like, I'll say the problems arise again and I'll talk about it there. But what I think the problem is versus what he thinks it is. But he is not understanding this situation.
He's not understanding that when you're in a relationship with someone, you have to be nice to them at all times.
A responsibility. Just because you're at a party together in the same house and you live in the same house doesn't mean you don't need to spend time with them or talk. Like he just does a lot, and it's
like Monday through Friday or Thursday. Then he's gonna text Amanda, make sure she's good and okay and lovely, and then Friday afternoon comes, he doesn't give a fuck what happens.
Yes,
doesn't care.
Especially once a drop of alcohol gets in his body, he's like, I'm solo.
Amanda could have drowned in that tea pool and he would not have noticed.
Actually, he'd be pissed because he took attention away and wasn't having fun.
Ruined his birthday.
Yeah.
So also this pisses me off because this is like me being like, it's hard to be in a relationship in Illinois, but in Wisconsin, I got that. Like,
I am the place. Yeah. What kills me is he goes, geez, when I let loose, I just become a crappy boyfriend. And I'm like, no, you're blaming, like, you're making it an either or. You can let loose and have fun and be a good boyfriend.
Yeah.
But you're choosing not to.
Yes. It's so weird. So Amanda's basically like trying to share like these are your actions that you're doing and they hurt me. And he's like, I'm a crappy boyfriend when I drink, to which she's like, if things don't change, I'm done, because you can't be a crappy boyfriend.
He interprets it as, oh, when I drink, she doesn't like me, or like she doesn't like that I drink, when it's like, no, when
she wants to drink too,
you do these behaviors, and it's the behaviors I don't like you can drink, that's not, the drinking isn't truly the problem. Well, no. It's kind of some of the root of the problem, I'll say, because he only does this stuff when he's drinking. But it's like, if you can fix it, you can still drink. Just stop treating me this way.
I think it's the party aspect, right? Because if it was just them two drinking, they would have a lovely time. But it's the moment that Kyle is like, oh, there are other people. I don't want to see Amanda because I already see her enough. It's like, no, you can't.
Yeah, he gets like tunnel vision on socialness just for a solo person, though.
Yeah, he's like, I sleep with Amanda. I can ignore her for 48 hours. And it's like,
we'll talk when we lay in bed together and wake up.
Not it. But okay, so Kyle agrees he's going to keep partying, but he can find constructive ways at pacing himself, with which Amanda's like, great, we'll start there. So he's like, Amanda, we should go drink for drink. So I was like, sir, you're at least 100 pounds more than this woman. Okay. How the hell?
If they would have done this right and actually talked through the details of it, I think this could work, because I think the key thing the linchpin that needs to happen is they need to meet up and get that drink together, because then that would give them a reason for Kyle to see her. That would like check the box of not ignoring her. And then, but he needs to be realistic that like she's not going to drink as fast. So he needs to be okay and not get triggered if she says, we're not ready for the next one yet.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. It's like, okay, cheers, here's our drink. Goodbye. And then it's like, oh man, I'm
it's
done.
Basically, come find me when you're done with your drink every time, and then we'll get a new one together.
Oh, I'm not done. Let me chug it down really quick. Okay, let's go together.
Yeah, and they can decide together if she's gonna drink a little faster on this round, if he needs to take a beat. Like, if they would have really discussed it, I think it could have worked.
That's funny. Yeah, they fucked this up. But Amanda agrees, so we got something. So now it's Friday before we leave for the Hamptons. Lindsay's getting some green tea, and then Everett's here.
Dun, 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 dun.
I dislike Everett so much. The way he even walks in,
I knew you were gonna hate this. The way he walked in, the way his hair was, the fact that he was wearing a suit. He said an SAT like word that I knew you hate.
My god, I have it somewhere. I hate. So first he's like, he walks in and goes, you look beautiful, and gives her a long old big hug.
Okay, really quick. I think this, like, the suaveness that Everett has and kind of the fakeness, I would say, is what we want, at least the level to be of the Carl Lindsay date.
Yeah.
But it is not polished. No. Like, Everett's polished on the like fakeness and all this stuff.
I believed this.
Yes.
I was in for this. Yeah.
I'm like, I mean, I think he's just saying it like it's all words, but like, he's like, this is him. This is kind of his personality too.
Yes. This is totally him. So also, I want to be clear, I don't hate him as a person. I would hate to date him. Like, I'm putting myself in this situation of like, God, having a conversation.
You're like gagging.
Man would kill me. So he apologizes for the pain that he caused during Lindsay's birthday week, because he heard from Kyle about the flowers, which we get a nice little flash to that. Lindsay is pissed. He's constantly evolving. And he wants the chance to like try again with Lindsay, and Lindsay's like, how many chances do I have to give you? And he's like, you haven't given me any since we broke up.
Which I was like, oh, interesting. Like, I said, I really thought that they would have gone on a date or something, because what do we think it is, like August?
They broke up when, like,
in March, I think.
I was gonna say we made it through the winter, but then she's like, what happened that day we broke up, Everett? And he goes, I hooked up with a girl. And I wrote, in a bed. Because he slept
he said he got fucked up and then he made out with a girl. And then Lindsay goes, and you spent the night with her. And I was like, oh my God.
In
This
a
man
bed.
is an idiot.
Mm, mm,
I
mm.
mean, truly an idiot. All
Like
I want to
Lindsay's
say,
not stalking his ass. She's gonna know.
well, here's the thing. One, if you think she's not going to find out, like, come on. You guys have all the same friends.
She works for the FBI, this girl.
Yes.
Figure it out.
But also, gentlemen, if you care, if you ever want a chance or would ever want to get back with a girl, this is something you do not do. The day you break up or the day like a fight happens, this is a hard no.
No. Because if anything, she's stalking your ass super hard that day.
Yes. Like,
super hard.
I understand if like the next day he did something or even like the next week. I feel like Lindsay really couldn't be as mad about that stuff. It would still hurt. But the same day.
He didn't even give her a second.
Yeah.
To reconsider.
Yes. Yeah. It shows that like you just wanted to be out of this relationship. Like, why would you want to get back in it? Because you didn't that day.
Yeah. So Lindsay was devastated. She thought they were going to start a life together. And here's Everett not committing to that and leaving Lindsay alone. And Everett said he's here now and he's not leaving. And Lindsay's basically like, too little, too late. I'm trying to move on. Maybe there's someone else that's going to love and respect me and to give me, like, allow me to trust them.
I think if Everett, I think it's too late now. Like Lindsay has built this wall up and is really over it and actually trying to move on, I think. But like, let's say at the beginning of summer, I think if Everett would have not gone on any dates, not really partied, really dedicated himself, like to win her back, I think he could have won her back.
Yeah, but it seems like that one fight at Kyle's birthday really sent them over the edge, even though it was mostly Lindsay losing.
But remember when Lindsay said that he delivered a letter to her and then hooked up with someone like
that day. He
wants these grand actions to show Lindsay loves her, but then doesn't actually.
If she doesn't call him
to that within a full day.
Yeah, if he doesn't get a call within the hour from Lindsay, he's
already
done.
given up.
He's done for the next 12 hours and then comes back to her. Like, sir. So then Everett is sorry, but Lindsay's pissed. And she's basically like, you need to leave me alone. And Everett starts crying because he doesn't want to leave her alone, but he'll try for her. Lindsay's like KK and leaves. Doesn't even look back.
Get him off my screen. I hate this. I want this to be over.
When he started crying, I started laughing.
I knew you would. I was like, oh God.
I don't want to leave you alone, but I'll try for you. And she's like, all right, I'm going to throw my green tea away and fucking leave.
Yeah.
And this is my dream, to leave a man fucking sobbing like that in a coffee shop. In front of a camera? How embarrassing.
Oh God.
Bye.
I mean, power move. Yeah.
I have to say, I'm super surprised at Lindsay. I never would have thought this girl would have been so harsh, but I loved it because she deserves better.
But the thing is, I don't even think she's harsh. I think she's just firm.
You're right.
She's standing in her ground. Like, she's not mean. I think she handled this so well because I think she really does love Everett. So she doesn't want to hurt him. And that's why I don't think like harsh was the right word, because
you're right.
I think she was still somewhat gentle with him, but she wasn't willing to budge. And she's not willing to break her boundaries for somebody who does not actually follow through and care for her all hours of the day, not just the hours that he delivers a letter, but that night too, you know? And so she's just not willing to take this treatment. And I'm so happy because I think this is like a powerful moment that a lot of people don't have the strength to do something like this. And it's kind of sad. I mean, I don't. If I were sitting at this table with Everett and I loved him like she does, I'd be like, we're back together. I love you.
I would too, probably, because
I'm weak.
I'm weak. Lindsay's not. She's like, bye, bitch. I got to go to the Hamptons and make out with hot trainer Nick.
She's like, I'm choosing me, not us. And I'm like, yes, girl.
So now it's Friday. It's 4 p.m. We're off to the Hamptons. We got 2 weekends left, so we got to send it. We're going to make dinner tonight. Lindsay shows some videos from a few weekends ago of Kyle and trainer Nick, and then trainer Nick's going to meet us out. This was the segue.
Oh, I can't wait.
Gonna meet us out.
I need something to actually happen with them. Last time we saw Nick, they got hammered at dinner. Lindsay was yelling in like the Uber and they just went to bed and she was disappointed.
Oh my God, that was hilarious. She was so drunk. Okay, so other Lindsay has a wedding shower this weekend. So She's not coming, but Carl loves her because she's like a breath of fresh air, which okay, sure.
She's boring. She's not a breath of fresh air.
Literally.
She's just air through, like she's a breeze.
So then guess what? Ashley's back. Ashley's here. Sorry, Brad. Enjoy California. But what's going to happen is Ashley's here for the next 2 weekends, and then they're going to go to Greece for their sister's wedding. But Brad will be here next weekend. So Brad finally gets to be involved.
I'm so excited. I mean, we have gotten Ashley a decent amount in a natural way, it seems, and I really like it. It doesn't actually seem that forced. It just seems like if she's going to come, she's going to come for 2 weekends, and I get that.
Steven makes himself a drink that is over half Tito's. Love.
My whole soul died.
At first, I saw him pouring it and I was like, are we not gonna talk about this? And then they zoom in and I was like, oh yeah, okay.
I love that he's like, everybody's like, Steven, that's a lot. And he goes, there's a stopper in it. It's just pouring slow. And like,
yeah, there's a stopper.
It's not pouring slow.
So, they're gonna cook dinner tonight, like I said, and we're trying to light the grill, but these boys are gonna light themselves on fire. Carl and Kyle working a grill is not a good idea. Justin is texting Lauren, and Justin, if you remember, is that guy that she went on a double date with Danielle.
Yes.
So that's fun. And he texts that he's got a hot date with the gym and then some Netflix and chill.
I hated this.
If anyone told me they had a hot date with the gym, I would be like, die.
No, I hated this so much. The only positive thing about this is he's clearly telling Lauren he's not seeing other girls or like doing anything.
Yeah.
Like he's trying to be like, I'm having a solo night. Miss you.
But instead he's having a
but
hot
it's cringy
at the gym.
This is the height of the Netflix and chill saying.
Yep. I was Netflix and chill for a Halloween costume one time, and
I love that.
It was just a big t-shirt, everyone.
Yep. And yours said Netflix and somebody else said chill?
Yeah, for sure. So then Carl tells Kyle how emotional Kyle was last weekend, and Kyle's like, yeah, but like now we're good.
Oh my God.
My problem is that I'm not single, and like I should be single in this environment, but I'm not. So that's a struggle. But I like Amanda. She's cool. She's dope.
Yeah, he's like, I love her. I really want to work through it. And again, he doesn't totally understand the problem. I think he thinks like having a conversation fixes the problem and like we're good, as if these things aren't going to happen again.
Yeah, I know my problem. It's that I'm not single. It's my problem.
That's my problem. And I'm like, okay, then go be single. What are you doing?
So funny. So then Amanda then tells the girls that her and Kyle are going drink for drink and they're going to go at his pace. And everyone's like, bad idea. And Steven goes as far to say, new boyfriend should happen for you.
Yep. I think Kyle, this is why I outlined like how it could have worked, and it could have worked well. But Kyle probably thinks, oh, we'll drink at the same time. So Amanda will be more fun because she'll be drinking more and she'll be like keeping up with me. And so it'll be like a fun thing, how much I drink. And they did not think about logistics on actual, like she cannot hold that much alcohol.
No. Amit is here only for comic relief because he ran the dishwasher for his hat.
That little like blue thing that went around his hat, I was dead when the two guys put it on their head.
So funny. So now it's time to set the table for dinner. Kyle is getting another drink and Amanda's like, hey, I thought we were going for drink. I'm not ready for another drink. And so they're fighting already. So everyone is like at the table like, oh, they're fighting again. Like, just leave it.
Kyle takes it as like such a personal attack when she's like, hey, take a beat.
Yeah, I'm not done. And he's like, oh,
you're already on my case.
Like, come, yeah. Why are you nagging me already? So then, yeah, everyone is super annoyed at the dinner table, as I would be, and they're like talking about it. But then Amanda comes out and she hears them talking about how they hate that they fight, and so she's super embarrassed and she goes inside and cries and kind of yells at Kyle like, they're talking about us.
I hate this because this is where roommate situations are hard. Of course, we're going to talk about everybody, all the roommates.
We're like, all involved.
Yes. Everybody's going to comment on everything. And they were not talking negatively. Like about Amanda or Kyle specifically. It was about like, I think a lot of them saw this fight coming once they got told about the drink for drink thing, but I don't think they were anticipating it to be on like drink 2 of the day.
Yeah.
And so it's like, we're already here is like why they're annoyed.
Yeah, I think it was more of like, now we're gonna wait for dinner and like these two are just gonna fight and it's gonna be awkward again.
It's like when your parents fight, you're like, this is so awkward.
Yeah. So now it's Friday, 8 p.m. and Kyle's now upset because Amanda's pissed and everyone's talking about shit and it's bad. Everyone at the table then clarifies that they love Amanda, but they also love drunk Kyle.
Yes.
Like, fucking figure it out so we can all enjoy ourselves. And then Danielle's like, let's be positive. I got a job, everyone. Everyone celebrates. And then Amanda is just so upset and embarrassed that people are talking about them. And, you know, everyone is rooting for them, just like not in this summer house.
They're rooting for them to have fun, not to fight. And that's why they're annoyed. They don't want them to fight because it affects the group having fun.
Yeah. So Kyle now is at dinner and then Amanda's here. And then here Carl is like, hey Amanda, we saved you some skewers, and she's like, I'm not hungry, and he's like, you should eat, and she's like, I'm not that hungry, Carl. She's basically forcing this food upon her, but then gives her a hug, and then Kyle reaches over and holds her hand, and everyone's like, you guys good now?
Yeah.
And then Kyle goes off because they're adjusting to being a couple in the summer house, which, sir, it is episode 10. We should have adjusted by now.
Well, what's frustrating too is he was so harsh on couples last year,
Lindsay and Everett in particular.
And I think if he was a little bit more, I don't even know the right adjective, but if he could say like, oh, I see now how it's so hard. But Kyle tries to act like everything's perfect and nobody should be like commenting on their relationship because in his mind, it's not their business. But like he did the same shit last year. Like he should know the most that like having a couple in the summer house who fights affects you. Like he got so pissed with Lindsay and Everett last season.
Also, if you live with people and fight in front of them, it is their business.
Yes.
You can't, if you guys always would be like, we're upset, let's go to our room. Fine. Fucking, they're fighting, but we can't really say anything. But if you're going to fucking fight in front of everyone, we're going to talk about
people can ask if you guys are good because it's like, I need to know what mood you're in now that you're sitting down at this table for dinner. Like, are you guys still fighting? Are you mad at each other? Or are we having fun tonight? I just need to know what I'm dealing with here.
The other thing that angers me is Kyle cannot just be like, sorry, we're like fighting a lot, we're working through some shit. He's like, we're trying to become a summer house couple and you guys need to stop talking about us.
Yes.
So like fucking
he's being the victim. He's being the victim.
So then the Workuses are like, we truly don't care enough to like be angry about this couple. We just need to know. And Steven's like, it's just nothing new when you guys fight. Like we're just like immune to it at this point. But then Kyle is like, we were fine before the summer house. Living with you guys is what ruins our relationship.
Oh, okay. Because you guys are fighting about us talking about you, not you drinking and saying horrible things to Amanda. That's our fault.
And then, he woke up Ashley because she is yelling at him like, fuck you, Kyle, you're an idiot. What does that have to do with us? Your relationship is stupid.
Yeah.
And then Amanda tries to express that she felt that they were talking negatively, and it is a negative situation.
Yes.
But then the Workuses keep cutting her off, of course, because they can't shut up for 2 seconds. Amanda's just basically trying to be like, I thought a different thing. I'm embarrassed already that's happening. For everyone to talk badly about me, it was more embarrassing. But the Workuses won't let her get 2 words out.
Yeah, it's like instead of listening and just hearing how Amanda feels, they immediately want to clarify that's not what they were doing. But I think Amanda just wants them to see her side. She doesn't want their explanation or what's going on.
My God, because we say Lauren on this podcast and I'm scared she's going to jump through my window and fucking kill me because Lauren would lose her damn mind. Because the minute anyone said anything about Lauren and Carl, they were dead in the water. But basically, Carl then steps up and is like, will you guys shut up and stop ganging up on Amanda? So then everyone attacks Carl because how dare you say we're bullying Amanda? Oh my
Which I
God.
don't think they're bullying Amanda. I just don't think they're letting her talk.
Yeah. I
They're
don't
not saying
think
anything bad or like
they're
putting her
definitely
down.
ganging up on her to be like, shut up, Amanda.
Yes.
And like, but
They're
she's
ganging
not
up on
a
her to
bully.
get her to stop talking so they can say their side, but they're not like saying anything mean or hurtful to her.
Yeah.
They're
So
not
like
bullying her. They're just not, they're bulldozing her.
they're bulldozing that, but Carl uses bully because
Yes.
fuck them.
We love listen, reality TV, we love that word.
Love a bully.
Everybody uses it.
So then Danielle's like, hey everyone, should we take a deep breath and calm the fuck down? And so we do, and then we talk about the Rose rehab party, and how the house is gonna go to what I thought were the batting cages, but it's not. It's a bar, I think, called Bat Cage. Bat Cage, I think.
I don't know. I didn't write down the
I
name.
heard batting cages 4 times. I was like, how fun. We're all gonna, because Carl initially says Amit and I are gonna go to, and then I thought I heard batting cages, and I went, that is such a fun activity. And then everyone wants
think
to go.
about
Like,
that
wow.
bar in Wrigleyville. They have batting cages.
Yeah, I thought we were doing batting cages. No, I want to clear that up. So,
you know what? This group is able to redirect into drinking and going out and having fun pretty well. Yeah. Way to resurrect the night.
Even though Kyle is annoyed at the work assistant Steven, whatever, Carl supporting him got his dick hard, so we're fucking fine.
To be honest, I feel like Kyle's hyped that like he's not the one who's the problem right now. It's like the house. No, the house is like their enemy, so they're like united right now. So it's like, that's who's the problem. I'm not the problem.
For sure. So now we go to what is not the batting cages, and Carl buys everyone a shot. And then he gives a speech about like friendship and summer, and Steven pours that shot to the ground, which is the biggest FU if I've ever seen one.
Yes. I mean, he also did look hammered. Not Steven. That like that gives an excuse for him to do it, but it seems like we're towards the end of the night.
Yeah, it looks it. So then Carl obviously is upset, but we don't get into it yet. So it's Saturday, 2 a.m. Crew makes their way home. Steven crashes right on into that door, that glass door. Carl tells other Lindsay about Steven pouring out his shot. Like other Lindsay.
I'd be pissed, not because it was like, I mean, I would be pissed because it's kind of an FU to their friendship, but also like, I just paid money for that.
I think if he had been like, I don't want this shot, like I'm too drunk, I would have been like, give me a shot.
Yes.
But the fact that he just poured it on the ground.
It. That's a double whammy. It's an FU to our friendship, and you just wasted my money and my alcohol. We don't waste alcohol.
Yeah, I've only done this one time when my drunk friend was trying to get me to take a shot at like a neighborhood bar, and I was like,
yes, where you like fake take it and you throw it over your shoulder.
She was so drunk, and she was like talking to these like skeezy dudes, and I had driven us, and she's like, take a shot, and I literally was like, okay. So they all poured it back. I found a trash can, I poured it over my shoulder. It was like,
yes, I have done that many of times, but you like fake the friendship.
Don't let them see you.
You don't just blazingly like throw the shot away in the friendship level.
Are you seeing this?
Throw it away.
Yeah. No. Okay, so now it's Saturday, 10:18 a.m. The house is starting to wake up. Everyone's super hot. I guess the air wasn't turned on enough.
What a nightmare.
Kyle's already got his tennis or his mullet on for tennis with Carl. Hot Nick, the trainer, is gonna meet us at the party. We haven't seen him in a long time. We are excited. Kyle and Carl are ready to have fun. Amanda's still paranoid to get into a fight, but it's fine. And then Carl's like, oh, last night the Warkuses were fucking crazy over Amanda.
Oh, God.
And Kyle's like, I'm grateful Carl stood up for Amanda because Kyle wasn't about to do it. So
well, Kyle doesn't know how to do it right to actually stand up for her. Honestly, if he stood up for her, he'd probably insult her and make her mad.
It's I like love the Kyle this girl. Way. Stop yelling at her. I'm never gonna marry her, but like, let us live in a summer house.
Honestly, he'd be like, it's not like I'm gonna marry her, but we're in a relationship.
So now we go to we get ready for the rose party. Then we go to the rose party, rose all day. Carl finds another girl to talk to. He starts dropping those.
Oh my God. He just like sits in like a group of girls all day and says the most random comments.
This man has no game. He goes, you can't, I'm in dental sales. You can't handle the tooth.
and then later on, he's like, I wear women's perfume. I'm like, dude, just stop talking. You are good looking enough. If you just sit there and nod and listen to a girl, you could probably sleep with
I
her.
would have left the minute you said you can't handle the tooth. I would have been like, oh God. And
I
just like
literally
cry.
would get, my mouth would be on the floor like, what? Who are you?
The dirty looks we would have given this man.
I would have been in earshot so I could hear the rest of it, and then we would have been commenting on the side.
Could have killed him. Okay, so Amanda is feeling really good about going drink for drink. I appreciate the optimism, but
I don't have the same optimism.
I had none.
I mean, we already knew how this was going to go because we got previews for this, but still, I'm like, this isn't just like a beer too. Like, we are drinking rosé.
You could have shown me, if I had never watched Bravo, you could have shown me a picture of Amanda and a picture of Kyle and said, what do you think is going to happen if these two go drink to drink? And I would have said, that girl has nothing but bad things to look forward to.
All I was thinking was, when is she going to start throwing up rosé everywhere?
Oh, I thought that for a second. We'll get to when I thought that. But Hot Nick is here. Lindsay's super happy. Steven is so upset still about Kyle and Amanda, my little gossip queen. And Ashley's like, shut up, Steven. We're going to have fun today.
I love how Steven's like, what's wrong with all of our friends? They have problems and we get blamed for it.
Yeah. No cute guys, though, but that's okay because Steven really likes Travis. So he does not have a wandering eye. We have the giant rosé bottles. And then Travis just texted Steven, which drunk Steven is very excited about.
I love that.
Lindsay asked trainer Nick why they haven't made out yet, because sometimes all a girl wants to do is make out, and he's like right here, and she's like right here,
and he does not want it right here.
No, he's like, let's, because then hot trainer Nick is like a little embarrassed, and he's like, hey, I want to get to know you a little better. Like I think I should take you out. And she's like, why don't you just hit it and quit it?
Okay. I don't understand his reasoning for the no kissing. I understand if he doesn't want to sleep with her and wants to get to know her, but like you won't even kiss her after. Maybe he doesn't want to do it in public. Like, he's not a PDA person, so this party isn't his scene to do it. But like, if you've already gone on a date with her, spent the night in a bed with her, and you still haven't kissed her, like, and she's asking you to kiss her at a party, you just got to kiss her really quick and like check it off and just say, hey, I'm not into PDA. Like, let's continue this later.
I get it. And I think it's honestly really sweet of Nick being like, I want to take you out. I want to get to know you.
I don't like it. I feel like Lindsay's probably, and like, she probably feels rejected on this.
Oh no, not with the kissing. Yeah, just kiss her. But she's like, hit it and quit it, buddy. And he's like,
I think it's sweet, his intentions, but it like comes off as like a rejection because he won't kiss her. He's basically saying, I don't want to kiss you. I want to get to know you. It looks
like a rejection.
And she's like, I just want to bang you.
Yeah. Which there's obviously a disconnect.
Meet me in the middle and just kiss me.
Yeah, I think they should kiss, but I think if he wants to take her out before sleeping with her, that is his prerogative.
I love that. I think that's sweet.
Cute. She doesn't want that. She wants the full dick now.
She wanted it weeks ago.
So Amanda and Kyle, they're doing drink for drink. They make
get the drink counter. We're doing well on the actual.
We're doing good.
Not the pace. Well, I don't know about their pacing.
The drink counter, we're at the same.
We're equal, which I'm impressed. I do have to say that he kept it together.
So then they're on drink number 5. And then all of a sudden, Amanda jumps to 7, which I was like, my girl, this was the wrong, if anything, he should be ahead. This was the wrong move for you. Yes. I guess drink number 5 is Invincible Amanda, who is like, I'm going to take all the drinks now. No.
This is what Kyle was expecting with the drink for drink. Like, Amanda's going to be fun and wants to drink more, and like, we're just going to rage. But it's not sustainable.
This is where Amanda's hammered. And at one point she's sitting by like the DJ booth kind of thing. And he's like, are you drunk? And she's like, I'm very drunk. And I was like, it's vomit. It's just going to spew from her mouth.
Yes.
So then Carl's inviting everyone to a house party back at their house. Amanda has hit the point where she wants to go home.
She's messing with her hair. When she was sitting by that DJ booth, I was like, Kyle, this is where you're a bad boyfriend. You should be able to see she needs help and get her home.
We need to go home. Give
These
her water.
Are the problems. You're not a good boyfriend, and like, you don't care about her while you guys are drinking.
rock out, bitch.
Yeah.
No.
He doesn't see her needs when he's
Yeah.
drinking. Like
The fact
her needs are different from his. She needs to be in a bed right now. Any good girlfriend can see that.
Yeah, the fact that she says like, I want to go home, we should go home.
Yes.
But then Carl does round out the troops. Everyone's like, why are we gonna leave? And he's like, they're out of alcohol. And people are like, oh, okay,
yeah,
great.
We do not stay around if there's no alcohol.
My little Amanda, so very drunk, can't get in the car. And I will say, if I want to vomit, I drunkenly get in a car. The cars kill me. I can't do a car ride.
I can't either. I get
Murder.
car sick if I'm sober. I already get like a little nauseous, I'll say, but I don't throw up, obviously, if I'm sober. But when I am drunk, that is the first thing. If you need me to throw up, put me in a car, because I will be so car sick by the end of it. I'll throw up. I won't throw up in a car, but I will throw up once I get home.
I don't even get car sick. It's just like every time I could be totally fine. And my friends are like, let's Uber to a pizza place. I throw up outside the pizza place. Like, I just can't. Don't put me in a car.
I cannot handle it drunk.
So then they're all getting in the cars. Nick picks up Lindsay and is like, I'm taking her home. I'm like, sir, can you drive? Is that why you didn't want to kiss? Because she was hammered and you're sober, and that would be also weird. That's what I thought, maybe.
Not kissing in my mind. Especially if she's like literally begging for it.
So Amanda gets home. She runs to her bed and basically dies.
Yes.
She is there forever. Kyle tries to feed Amanda nuts, which
she needs something more. You should
bring her water.
I guess like Uber Eats may not have been the thing at this point in time, but like you should have had food ready. Yeah, it's a lot of bread or something to soak it up.
Dude, you've got to have hamburger buns from the night before. Just put some peanut butter on that shit.
Even chips would be better than nuts.
Chips.
Yes.
Kyle. Yeah. If you want a nut? Here's an almond. Fuck you. So he tells her to take a nap and leaves her, but she can't even get up to look around. That's how
I think this is okay. Like, you're partying at the house. She needs to lay down. You can have fun without her at the house. Like, this is okay. Like, you did a good thing. She is in bed.
Agreed.
You should have fed her something different, but at least the effort of trying to feed her was there.
Yes.
Check. Kyle's being a pretty okay boyfriend.
We're okay. Amit has Gabby come. They're all partying. Hubs is hungry. We're making burgers. Amanda is still drunk in bed, and Kyle is just pouring alcohol into his mouth, but it's getting all over. And listen, if I'm drunk in bed, I don't want to smell that. It's for me.
No.
So now it's Saturday, 10:53. Kyle checks on Amanda. She is still absolutely hammered.
Yes.
So he goes upstairs to the Workus's room, and he's conflicted because he knows Amanda cannot go out, but he wants to go out. So he's like, I don't want Amanda to get mad. And everyone's like, you should just go out because they want to have a fun time with Kyle.
See, he can recognize this is a problem.
This is not a good idea. And so he's like, you know what? I'm going to go out. It's fine. But he feels guilty, obviously, because as everyone's leaving, he stops in by Amanda and just lays with her for a second. And then he's like, okay, bye.
He like kisses her head. He's like, I love you. And I think he's waiting to see if she's awake,
like coherent,
because if she talks back, I don't think he would have gone, or maybe would have said like, I'm gonna go out. And I think he was waiting to see if she was gonna respond to him, and she never does. So then he's like, and we're out.
Okay, what did you think about this? Did you think Kyle should have left? Are you okay with him leaving?
Because she is not awake, I think he should have stayed. But if she's awake and he's like, hey, are you okay? Everything good? And if she says yes, and he's like, I'm going to go out, I think there needed to be a discussion before
there needed to be another discussion is like, hey, if one of us gets too drunk, can the other go out? How do you feel? Or you just know someone, right? If I'm too drunk, I don't want anyone near me. You can go out.
I agree. I think I would have been like, go out. Like, I want to be alone.
If I'm going to choke on my own vomit, maybe stay home. Maybe help a bitch out.
It's that this is the first time that they're going drink for drink. Like, they had a fight last weekend that I think he should have stayed in. Like, it's like putting an extra effort to be like, I care about you. Like
We're
she has
already literally talking about like, you're a bad boyfriend. Stop
yes.
doing bad boyfriend things.
Yes. So like I think he should have gone and been an above and beyond boyfriend by staying home. Like to make up for all the problems. Like just really show you care in this one moment. And then like in 2 weekends, let's say, I mean, we know that next episode is the season finale, but like let's say there were 2 more weekends. In 2 weekends, if this happens again, like, okay, yeah, go out that time. But you kind of have to every other, like, put in a little extra effort sometimes, even if you don't want to. That's what like being in a relationship is, doing something for someone else, even if you don't want to do it.
This is one of those situations where like, if you know it's a bad idea, you shouldn't do it. And he's sitting there questioning. It's like, will mom get mad if I do this? You probably shouldn't do it then, right?
Yes.
Like,
I think he's trying to decide how mad she is gonna get, because he clearly already accepted he's gonna go out. So it's like, how pissed is she gonna be? And is the fun worth it for me?
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of reframing it. And this is why I don't think he realizes what the problem is. I think he just thinks Amanda gets mad that he drinks, but it's that you don't see my needs. It's always about your needs. It's his need to go have fun in this night. So he's going to go out instead of saying like, oh, like selflessly, like I want Amanda to be okay. She's really drunk. I need to take care of her. It's no, I need to have fun.
Exactly. Okay, well, that's how it ends. I hope Amanda's okay. My God.
I hope she
also
screams at him.
If she wakes up and sees he's not there, I'd be pissed.
That's the problem. You're like really she is not dead enough in my mind to not wake up.
You're really taking a chance, my guy. Okay, so next time, the season finale, Brad is here.
Yes.
Steven dresses up in his queen stuff again.
I can't.
There's a huge party and Travis comes.
Ooh.
Other Lindsay is back. Are you just gonna do different like sounds every time I say something? Steven and Carl will talk again.
Ooh. I can't think of any more sounds.
Carl feels bullied by the Workuses.
Yikes.
Sometimes people are not meant to be friends for the rest of their lives.
Dun,
that's how it ends.
Dun, dun. Oh, also when Kyle was leaving that room, there was like intense music playing at the very end of the episode. Did you catch that? It was like thriller
is Amanda
music.
Gonna die? That's why I was like, is she fine?
I was waiting for her just to raise up from the bed like a scary movie.
Is she fine? I'm excited. And then next week I have our predictions of who will be most fun, not fun, and who actually was most fun, not fun. So with that being said, Meredith, let's do fun, not fun. It's the time where Meredith and I pick a person from the episode that is fun, like Kyle or Summer. Summer should be fun, and then someone who is not fun. So it's Amanda. Okay. This is hard.
I think I have mine. Which one do you want to do first?
It doesn't matter.
Let's do not fun. Okay. I'm picking Amanda. I don't think their plan was executed or even talked about well. So like she was always set up for failure.
Yes.
And because of that, like they got into another fight like on Friday night whenever he went and got whenever Kyle got another drink, and it's like not fun to hear you guys keep talking, and then she melts down because people are talking about them fighting.
Yeah,
not fun. And even when like I think she had fun at the rosé party, but she's a liability at that point. That's how drunk she is. That's not fun to deal with.
No, it's not fun to go drink with your boyfriend who can drink like a fucking fish.
Yeah, like honestly, she should have just accepted by drink, 4. That at that point he can kind of get a little bit ahead of her.
Exactly. So I'm gonna pick Steven only because listen, I think Steven is mostly fun. I'm glad he went to Travis's party and all that. But I think with the couple fighting, at some point, we all want to talk about it. And Steven cannot stop talking about it. Even at that party, he was like, oh my God, I can't believe our housemates are so dumb. And even Ashley had to be like, shut up. We're not.
That's true. It's not fun to not only deal with the fighting, but then constantly have somebody else talk about it and bring it back.
Exactly.
He's like reliving all the house problems.
Yeah, he's like, constantly. Can we keep bitching about it? And it's like, no.
I'd love a good bitching session, but it's got to be a one done, release it and move on.
Exactly. Okay. So now we have fun.
I'm picking Lindsay Hubbard. I mean,
Wow, we
top
love
notch on that girly, letting go of
Lindsay.
Everett, walking out without looking back, and she's still pursuing Nick. She's not getting what she wants yet, but we're moving towards it. She has a guy who like actually cares about her, which is like really awesome. But she just always has a good time, no matter if she has a guy, doesn't have a guy. Like she doesn't let it hold her back.
I'm picking Lindsay too. Fuck yeah, my girl. Leave his ass crying in that coffee shop.
Loved
It was awesome. You have a good time with your polo players. Have a good time with Hot Nick the trainer. Do whatever the hell you want to do. She's not mad either. Hot Nick the trainer didn't want to kiss her. She's not even mad. She's not even mad about it. She's just doing her thing. I love.
She's like, this is what I want. And he's like,
that was great.
This is what I want.
10 out of 10.
Let's get her a kiss.
We absolutely love. Okay, well, that's it. We have one episode left, but don't worry, you don't have to be bored of us because we have a million other podcasts you could listen to that I talked about at the beginning of the episode. You can follow us on Instagram, join our Patreon, do it all, do it fun. I don't know. That was
do
bad.
It fun.
Whatever. Bye.
Thanks.